Here are some things that you need to know about the upcoming changes for the 485 visa here in Australia. So first of all, people ask, what is the actual cutoff? Because the changes say that it will apply to people of 35 years or under. So does that mean 35 years and 2 months you'll still qualify? Just so you know, this hasn't been updated in our regulations yet. However, based on the information, I would say it's 35 years or under, which means if you're 35 years and 6 months at the time of applying, as long as you're under 36 at the time of applying, you should be fine. But then again, that's subject to the regulations being announced. So I'll definitely update you guys when we have that information. Second of all, this applies to the post-study work stream as well as the graduate work stream. The graduate work stream is for applicants who completed a trade qualification with a nominated occupation on the medium to long-term list. So for example, people who've done commercial cookery or maybe motor mechanic. You'll be granted an 18-month work visa. Now, if you're a holder of a Hong Kong or British national overseas passport, the age limit will still be 50 and you'll be granted up to 5 years. If you are an Indian passport holder and you're applying for the 485 under the post-study work stream, your stay period can be slightly longer depending on the qualification you completed. Now, I've seen a lot of comments about this, like how come these passport holders get longer time, what's so special? And I don't think that comment is particularly fair, because there are a lot of visas such as working holiday visas in Australia that certain passport holders get access to and Indian nationals do not get access to. So it doesn't apply right across the board for everything. It's just this in general. Our clients have been coming to us concerned about seeing some videos circulating online about the no further stay condition being imposed on student visas. Meaning if you're granted the student visa, you can't apply for another visa onshore or something like that. I want to clarify this for everyone because it's causing a lot of panic. First of all, they've been sharing this screenshot where you can search the conditions of a student visa. And at the bottom, one of the conditions is no further stay. However, to be completely honest with you, this has always been there. When you search up student visa and you look at the conditions that can be imposed, this no further stay condition has always been there. But it's discretionary, which means a case officer can choose to apply it or not. And to be honest, I haven't seen one imposed. And for a lot of our student visa grants, this condition hasn't been imposed. I think they were sharing these regulations around, which it does say the conditions are there could be a no further stay. But you know what, guys? It's nothing to worry about for now because this has always been there. It's a discretionary power and the case officers can choose to impose it or not. It's not some new thing that's come into effect recently.
Caught the flu and I'm actually quite sick, but I'm still powering on because there's no time to rest in migration. So I've been seeing a lot of people commenting on my videos asking the people who are over 35 who don't have access to the 485 visa when they graduate, what are their options? If your goal is still applying for permanent residency, it's time to look at your profile, your previous qualifications and your previous work experience to see if there's anything there. Because a lot of people who are over 35 are studying masters, so they would have completed a bachelor degree. So yesterday I spoke to a lovely lady. She's completing a Masters of Management and by the time she finishes, she will be over 36. So I had a look at her profile and overseas, she had completed a Bachelor of Marketing and she actually had 3 years work experience as a marketing officer. I looked at the duties and everything she had done. I'm like, okay, we can do a skills assessment as a marketing specialist. So what we'll actually do is do the skills assessment as a marketing specialist. She'll go ahead, do her English test, do her NATI, and then we'll submit an expression of interest. She just started her master's degree. So we do have a couple of years to wait for that invitation. And it very well may happen. Another applicant with a similar situation completed a Bachelor of Civil Engineering overseas, and he could do a CDR and get a skills assessment as a civil engineer. But you can lodge these EOIs while you're still studying. So it's definitely something to look at.